Hey guys, and welcome back to getting the USA's team to the World Cup. As you can see, things look a little bit different. I'm using a skin. A lot of new skins have come out for the game, so I decided to pick one up. The skins are normally pretty good, normally better than the generic one. This is the one that I normally would use in FM17. It's normally a bit more bright, it has all the information you need, and there's only more information, and the colouring of the information is only a little bit better. So I've always kind of liked it, but I don't know, this year I'm not feeling it as much. I'd love to know if you guys in the comment section, what do you think of the skin? Do you think maybe you don't like it, or do you like it? I'd love to hear your thoughts, obviously, so in the future then I can tailor it to suit you guys more. Now, in the game so far, things have been going quite nicely. And when I say nicely, I mean, we've been getting results, which I'm pretty happy with, but I wouldn't say it's the best. Obviously, we haven't lost a game yet, which I think is awesome, but we can definitely see in the team there needs to be some improvements if we want to get anywhere in the World Cup, if we do make it, which I do think we will. I think we've seen enough that we can make it, but whether we will actually do well at the World Cup will completely depend probably on the group we're given. But I've been happy with things so far. Today, though, we have a new game, and we have a new couple of games now, so this means a new squad as well, of course. We're playing against Costa Rica today. Tough team. If we can get a draw against them, we're very happy. We did beat them in the friendly, and we kind of saw how they play. Then we got Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago are kind of one of the lower teams in the qualifying section right now, so I would be hoping we could beat them. So that's what we want. A draw and a win is what I'm looking for. So I've been kind of watching the players in their clubs. A lot of players are playing at the moment. Not all leagues are playing right now, not until August. But players, obviously, in the MLS and stuff, I have watched. And I've chosen this team, which you're going to see, based upon their performances in the league, which they've been playing in, as well as what I've seen internationally. And I've had to keep into account the fact that some players have not been playing any league games. I've had to put that into account. So you're going to see some changes, some weird ones. Like I say, I don't know how much Americans, how much they think about each of these players. I've not really ever interviewed someone about how they feel about all the players in the American team. So there might be some there that are kind of odd that you might not like, or maybe there's some you're quite happy to see get a chance in the team. But everyone I've chosen is here for a reason. They are here because they were performing well enough, either internationally, I saw some good things in them, or they performed for their clubs, and I decided to give them opportunity, or they're not here because they didn't perform in both. So, for example, we got Bobby Wood up front. Bobby Wood has not been playing any games at the moment, so I haven't been able to see him, but internationally, I definitely saw some okay things. He got a couple of assists, if I remember correctly. Didn't seem terrible, so I'd like to give him more of a chance. Okay, one assist apparently, but maybe one assist in a friendly as well. But I'd love to give him a proper chance, so that's why he's here. We've obviously got Johnson on the wing there. He's not playing any games either, but we know he's a good player. With Pulisic as well on the other side. In the midfield, I've changed it up a little bit. We've got McKennie still, and we do have, obviously, Bradley. Bradley has been playing quite nicely for us, him and McKennie. Some questionable things here and there, but mostly good. He's been playing in Toronto, playing really well right now, so he definitely deserves to stay in the team. And I also brought in Danny Williams. Now, I like Danny Williams. He's not been playing right now for Huddersfield, so I haven't been able to really see him in the Premier League, but I've always kind of liked him. I think he can add a bit more to that midfield to kind of make up for the mishaps these two are likely to cause sometimes. The back four is exactly the same as before. Castillo, because if I have a quick look, he's not playing right now either, so I'm not been able to really judge him on that. Gonzalez is the same as well, but I think defensively we've been good. You have to say, we haven't lost a game so far. Defensively he's not been too bad, actually. So him and John Brooks have been quite good for us. And Yedlin, I've seen some nice little things. He's impressed me, so I want to keep him on the team at the moment. And, of course, Guzan. Now, Guzan has not played that well for his club. In fact, I would probably prefer to use Bill Hamid, but he's on 89% right now. So I decided to go with Guzan first. For DC United, he's not been too bad. Tim Howard as well on there. So as you can see, that mostly the same faces. Not really any big difference. When it comes to new faces, we have Jordan Morris has come in for striker. He's looked pretty good for his club. Much better than a certain Altidore. And you'll notice Altidore's not even on the squad. Altidore's not here. He just hasn't played well for his team. He's been okay for his team, but compared to the, Jordan Morris or Dom Dwyer, they've actually both been better than him for their club. And we saw for country, he wasn't that impressive. We've also brought in Julian Green, a nice young winger, 22 years old. He's already got a few caps, playing in Firth right now. In the second league, which I'm not too fond of, but we had a couple of injuries, and not many other choices for this position, so we had to bring him in. Hindman is back as well. I do like him. We think he adds a bit something different to the team. Will Trapp. There was a few interesting midfielders in the American team which have been playing really well for their club, but the one that stood out for me was Will Trapp. He was just slightly a bit better than them when it comes to how well he's played for his club, but stat-wise was always about the same. And he's still young as well. A lot of them were slightly older. So I thought, let's bring him in. Let's see what he can do. Will Trapp. Never heard of him. So that would be very interesting. Timothy Chandler's come in as well. He was here before. Tim Ream is still here. Always been a fan of Tim Ream and Bill Hammad. Dom Dwyer. Chris Pontius has played really well for his club at the moment. So I decided to give him a chance. Doesn't look bad, but doesn't look great either. But he's playing well for his club. He deserves a call-up. One of the others, like Will Trapp as well, Dax McCarty. He was kind of one of the ones that are a little bit older, but still just performing really well for his club. As you can see, 7.8. Doesn't look terrible. Again, some good mentals, good general stats. Just never heard of him. And Walker Zimmerman, another kind of a younger player who's playing really well for his club. So I decided to bring him in. Wasn't going to throw him into the first team. He's got one cap apparently. But yeah, so you can see there's some interesting players there. Ones maybe I don't know if they're ones you expect to see in the American team. Like I said, I don't really follow the American team that much. But those are the ones that impressed me for their club. And you'll notice Dempsey's not here. Dempsey is not here at all. And that is because, where's the major? Oh, it doesn't show the major. Okay, I need to change that. When I can, I need to go change that. Maybe it's in general. Yeah, you can see Michael Bradley. Oh no, that's captain. Key player, Fabian Johnson. Okay. Let's go back. But yes, Dempsey's not here, and that's because he did not impress me during his time in the games he had. He didn't have many games for us, but for his team in the MLS, he's getting a 6.7 for 10 or 11 games. That is not good enough. Michael Bradley is in the same league as him, and Michael Bradley's getting a 7.8 or whatever it was. That is great. But Dempsey's obviously losing his form, so I've lost my faith that he can still play at this level. So he's actually been dropped, which might surprise people. We're doing short passing, play out of defense, push higher up, get stuck in. Want to try and push up a bit forward, keep the ball to ourselves, because we know Costa Rica can play very defensively. So I'm not going to go too on the offensive. We're just going to try and keep the ball, get that one goal, and I don't really expect Costa Rica maybe to score a goal. And here we are. So again, playing with 5 defenders, kind of what we expected. Look at the team. That is our American team right now. Like I said, we're still testing. And this is what we need to, by the end of the qualifying section, have decided upon our first squad to go to the World Cup. Really, we need to know what we're doing by then. We are away. Let's go passionate. Let's go for that. We're on a good run lately. Go out and impress me. Show me you do deserve to be on this team. You come into this one in good form. No comment. I have no time. I have no time for these questions. I'm here to play Costa Rica. Come on. Pretty nice stadium, actually. Huh. Not too bad. So Costa Rica start with the ball. We do have it on. Extended highlights, of course. They get it into Ramirez. Get it into Borja. Oh, good tackle there by Gonzalez. And Wood has the ball. Gets it to Pulisic. Pulisic with the... Oh, good tackle there by Acosta. Not really much Pulisic could do. But I'm interested to see how the squad does. I like this first team. I think this could be good. You know, we got obviously the defensive midfielder rather than the attacking midfielder. I'm still not completely sold, but we'll see. Costello, Johnson. There's so many questions I have for this team. I'm still not sure about everything. And Bradley with a nice attempt there, but Navas, very good goalkeeper, was not going to let that in. Oviedo gets the ball to Brian. Oviedo gets it back, gets it to Acosta. Tajida. Brian gets it to Ramirez. Ooh, Yedlin tried to tackle him. And at the moment, Costa Rica are holding the ball. Ramirez, he's got a lot of people around him. He can't really break through. Tajida. Okay, back to Borges. Borges again. Can get to Ramirez. Can Ramirez get a shot? But no, not a good shot at all. Okay, so far, okay, sorry, I need to change this around because I haven't done this for this one yet. Let's get the match stats up. When I'm playing in my other game, I've obviously got all the views on what I like. I haven't changed these things for America because I've only just put it on for this series, obviously. As you guys have seen, Pulisic, come on. That was a great opportunity there. Bobby Wood, we haven't seen too much of him so far. Yedlin, we need a proper out-and-out striker. That's exactly what we need. And this is what annoys me. Altidore should be that. When you look at his stats and how he likes to play, it sounds like he's an out-and-out striker. And then you play him, you don't get that. You don't get that at all. So I'm kind of annoyed that he hasn't been playing well for me. And he's not actually playing as well as these other strikers. So I'm hoping one of them can just impress me. But Bobby Wood, I'm not sure he's that type of striker. Especially if we're going to play with those three midfielders and one as a defensive midfielder. I don't think he's that type of striker. He probably wouldn't do too bad with an attacking midfielder rather than a defensive midfielder. That kind of lots of support behind him. So he can kind of help them make goals as well. I feel that's how he does better. Because he's got quite a good bit of speed and stuff. Bradley gets the ball. Castillo with a good ball in there. Castillo surprised me. I've never heard of him. Didn't really think much of him. But he performs every match. Always does some good balls and stuff. Johnson gets the ball in, but can't find his man. Williams just smashes off. We're definitely looking like the better team here. It's definitely playing out how I thought it would. We're kind of just holding on to the ball most of the time. Not giving them many opportunities. Bradley with the ball in. Not a good free kick there. Castillo. Okay, gets the Williams. Williams gets it back to Yedlin. Bradley. Bradley goes for a shot. Our midfielders just keep going for those long shots. Maybe I should have told them to stop that. But then again, we're not getting that many opportunities anyway. But I do feel like those long shots are having an effect on us actually right now. They've had an injured player. So that could help us possibly if he's not as good. I'm not sure who this is. Matarita. That's definitely not a name I recognize. Which could be good or bad. It could be good because it might mean he's not as good as the other players. Or it could be bad because maybe I don't know enough about him and I don't expect it and he's actually amazing. And so now I look very silly. But okay, so after that game, happy with the score. I did say I wouldn't mind a draw if that's what we got. Navas obviously making 3 saves, top player. Pulisic is our worst player right now. Okay, it's been okay. It's time for everyone to dig in. We deserve to win this match. Let's go out there and do it. You do deserve to win it, guys. Come on. Bradley, just, give it to your players. Just inspire them, Bradley. Johnson runs down, throws a ball in to no one, basically, but McKennie somehow gets it. Pulisic can't get to the ball, though. Not seen much from McKennie today, which is a shame. Probably my favourite player, actually. I'm going to put this out here. From what I've seen so far, McKennie, I feel it's one of my favourite players in the American team right now, just because he's so young and he looks really good. And he just plays really nicely. He looks like he really cares and tries. But this is obviously a game. So I don't know if he plays like that in real life. I would love to know from you guys if you've seen him play in action. How does he look like in real life? Like, does he play? How does he play? Like, I'm not saying how good he is. People have told me he seems pretty good, especially for his young age. But how is his work ethic and stuff? But we need to change something. Let's give Jordan Morris an opportunity. He's more of a defensive forward. I definitely think it's going to work for us here. Might have to go with target man. Yeah, let's go with target man. And Pulisic has not been good, has he? Do I really want to bring on Julian Green? Do I really? Fabian Johnson's not been good either. In fact, that was a terrible ball just then. I'm going to bring on, let's bring on some young legs. Lots of young legs in this team. You know, I'm giving some chances to some really young players right now. Not sold on him, but we had a couple of injuries, so we had to bring in some other wingers. He was meant to be the backup. Chris Pontius was kind of brought in. But who else? We'll leave it like that. The defense has been okay. They've not let in a goal. There's not been many opportunities for Costa Rica, but that's because the team's playing well. I mean, the way we're playing and their formation, they're not going to get many opportunities. Oh, thank you. I thought that would be a penalty just then. And looks like we've been awarded a free kick, but we didn't get to see anything from that. But a corner here. No. Okay, Gonzalez. Gonzalez. Oh, I really thought he was going to get that. It seemed like a great position. But nothing came of it. Williams gets the ball to Bradley. McKennie. McKennie with a poor effort, has to be said, really, to be honest. I'm going to leave on the defenders. Yedlin looks a bit tired. And a yellow card, but I want to take off a midfielder. I feel like McKennie has just not been there today. I'd like to bring on Hindman. I feel like he's more of a forward player. You know, he kind of goes forward a bit more. Advanced. Let's give him an advanced playmaker. Let's do that. That's why I feel 14 shots. Are you kidding me? I say it's definitely been in our half. It's definitely gone like I planned. We just haven't got the goal. That's really it. But I say if we get a draw, I'll still be happy. I'll feel like we're still on target. So that's what I need. Nothing for them. 2 shots still. About 13, 12 minutes left. It's not looking like we're going to grab that goal. Should we go on the attack? I don't think we need to. We seem to be getting quite a few shots and stuff anyway. Williams. No. Oh, good tackle there. Williams was not paying attention at all. Danny Williams, you're getting points knocked off right now. I was talking some nice things about you, and look at that, out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. That is so devastating for this team. That was not deserved at all. Costa Rica didn't deserve that goal. That came out of nowhere, to be honest. Not happy with that at all. But that will show my players they have to try and score sometimes. They have to. They're just kind of letting the game be lost. They're just letting it. They're just asking to lose, basically, by not scoring this whole entire time. Should have got at least 1 goal from that, definitely. From the stats there, should have been getting 1 goal. So, oh, okay, no, nothing's going to come from that. So, Bobby Wood didn't impress me. Morris didn't have much time, but we didn't even see a highlight since he's come on for us, really. Another ball in. The 2 wingers didn't do well either. Midfield didn't do great. Can you blame the defenders for this? I mean, they did obviously let in a goal, but I would say the midfield was good. The midfield actually was good. The central and defensive midfield were good at holding the ball. We seem to be having the ball quite a lot, but maybe they're taking too many long shots, so you could blame them for that. Maybe just the whole team. Oh, are you kidding me? That was the last chance there, wasn't it? Williams gets the ball. Come on! Someone just hold the ball. Stand on your damn 2 feet, guys. Stand on your own 2 feet. Well, I can tell you right now, a lot of players have upset me, and we're going to have to think about where to take this. That was not good enough. No, you had to score, guys. You had to score at some point before that game. Mexico beat Honduras 4-0. Trinidad beats Panama 2-1. There we go. That is not good. Yeah, I'm very disappointed. We have to win the next game. We're going to have to win the next game. How does the competition look? We're 2 points ahead of Costa Rica. If we lose against Trinidad, obviously, that puts us only 2 points away from going into that kind of position. So we definitely need to win. If we can win, things are still on target. So there we go. Our first loss, I mean, it had to come at some point. I think it's just not we beat them in that friendly and then we lose. Definitely got questions. It's going to be a tough time for me to think about where to take this team. But I guess I'll see you then.